Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 702. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Gloria. What's up, Gloria?
Hello.
What's up, Daniel?
Hello.
What's up, Scott?
Nada.
What's up, Chris?
702.
Oh, my. Wow. All right, so we're going to go with Chris first about before the flood. And what do you think?
Okay. I really liked this episode.
Okay.
But I will say this was probably the weakest one we've had this season. I just want to go through the good things that I thought were really good first. The Fisher King. Whoever made that design, great work. I love that design. I think that's one of the best aliens I've seen in any sci-fi.
To come back. I'm sorry.
It looked great. I
love that design. I want to see more of that species. I want that to be like the main villain of a season, honestly. I love the voice. I love the way it moved. I love the gun thing that came off its back. Great stuff.
Same voice from the doctor's wife.
Darth Maul.
Yeah, it does sound like how, yeah.
The ghosts I thought looked great again. I think the Doctor was really interesting in this episode. I think this was one of the most intriguing performances Capaldi gave, in my opinion, as the Doctor.
Okay.
I felt really connected to him in this episode. Just, I don't know why, but I really like the way he carried the Doctor in this episode. Some of the things I didn't like, though, were the explanation for the Doctor's ghost.
Yeah.
I said that was pretty weak. The Doctor being like afraid of the Fisher King at first, I was like, I think he's doing a little too much.
Yeah.
But I think he was acting there because like a few moments later he was like running around and like, I'm gonna beat you and stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a good episode. I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
The other one, I didn't see why this had to be a two-parter.
I felt something like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the first episode, it was almost like taking a deep breath. It was like, and then when this episode, it was just kind of like,
It could have been one episode. It was one of those things that's not worthy of a two-parter, and they just switched it into that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
They added stuff to make it a two-parter. Like,
Right.
yeah, like that didn't really necessarily have to be put in, yeah.
Right. Chris, what did you like? Like, what things really bothered you from this episode?
I mean, that was really it. The explanation for the Doctor's ghost, like when he said, it was just a hologram. I was like, come on.
Oh, yeah. That was weak.
Yeah, but then I do have to say that explanation he gave at the end with that paradox, I was like...
Well, he said that in the beginning.
Sure.
The Beethoven thing.
Well, no, he did that at the beginning, but then at the end, he referenced it again. He was like, who put the ghost there in the first place? And I was like, okay.
And like, ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
I like the Beethoven thing.
Oh.
So you made me wonder whether he was talking to the audience or Claire all the time.
Yeah, my son loved that. The Doctor was talking to the audience. He broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. I told Joe on this that when we were talking about it on the first episode about this episode, and he's like, he was talking about that, and I'm like, it reminds me of that show Tales from the Crypt. You know how the beginning.
The Crypt.
What's up, Danette?
Yeah, the Crypt. Hello. That's what it reminded me of. Him talking before the actual story happens. Yeah.
Because it was a behind-the-scenes thing where he talked about the Crypt Keeper and as well.
Yeah.
Why don't we get your opinion, Scott, on the whole episode?
I agree. It was a bit. It shouldn't have been a two-parter. They could have used one. What I liked was when Cass finally reached down and felt the floor. And I'm thinking, come on, Cass. I know you've got to feel that damn axe.
Yeah.
And then when they did that facing through her, I thought, that is just the most awesome special effect, most of all.
Yeah. What about the cat meow? What was that? Like, why?
That's what I've been trying to figure out.
Like,
Yeah.
why did they do that?
Yeah.
He did
But
mention cats ruling the world.
Did she actually hear the cat meow? Like,
That's what I was starting to
did
wonder.
the doctor make her hear the cat meow, or was like, I mean, was that just like a funny special effect? I mean, I was just confused by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I agree that Fisher King, that needs he either needs to come back either with a live version, or that particular race needs to be encountered again, because that whole almost alien, I mean a predator type of look to the mouth was awesome, and the whole Back to the Future 2 feel to it. How you see him rise up and go, uh-oh, we can't do anything. And then when he sees how his shirt gets torn,
Yeah.
he goes, oh, geez, I guess I'm going to have to go a little bit early now.
Well, the funny part is he's like, the hell with this. I don't want to die. Who cares?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Who cares? And then the artist is like, no.
Did you hear what he said too when he was talking to the two other people from the base? He was like, "Well, everyone's got to die sometime. This regeneration was kind of a clinical error anyway." So
Yeah.
You're going to go sit there,
he called himself a clinical error.
yeah.
yeah.
That's so fun. Like, he shouldn't have existed in the first place. That's pretty funny.
You know what else was funny too? I don't know if anybody caught this, but like, did you see how the Fisher King flew backwards when the flood hit him?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, that was an editing mistake or something, but that's hilarious.
Well, I thought that was the joke. That like, he just got annihilated. Like, it's like the first time in history that the doctor just bitch slapped the villain so bad that it was like the guy. I said like 5 lines. Yeah, he said more lines than Darth Maul, but it's like he didn't say. He was here and you blinked and it was the guy's like,
And how the power cell, and you found out how the power cell was really missing.
But that was the greatest thing when he's like, the Doctor Lord, and he's looking like, when you just see the thing explode, he's like,
They should have had they should have superimposed Matt Smith's face there. He's like, "You're damn right, I did."
what's up, James?
Hey, how y'all doing? It was a good episode.
Tell us what you think.
I thought it was a good episode. They had the Fisher King coming out as a boss, come out all heavy himself, don't kill that one girl, then get bitch slapped by the doctor at the end. Like, really? Okay. Dang, so much for badassery. Boom.
And then the one gal tells him about how much you signed to ask about how much you care about her, because I never got the chance to tell. Yeah.
Right.
I know what it reminds me of now. On that part when the Fisher King goes flying back with the water, you know what it reminded me of? And I was like trying to think of what it reminded me of. It reminds me of the movie Halloween Town, where the preacher is sitting in the theater and it gets sucked into the black hole, the blackness, and it kind of just like.
I was ready to sing the "I love you, you love me," because this one loves this one. Clara's like, "If you love me," and the doctor's like this, like all the tours like this. Oh, why did you have to say that? Oh, I gotta break time now.
Died, and then the one Donald.
I gotta take a moment. I'm feeling the plant.
And like, there are so many loved ones in this.
That was great. He's like, I gotta break time. I can't do it. Yes, I can. It's Clara. It's Clara. And he's like, just like all the time. I can't die. I love her. I can't die. It's like whatever.
Yeah, he had Matt Smith following through. That what that was.
Okay. Me and old Doc were having a debate, like on the text and back and forth. And like we both disagree with this, because he's like, he loves Clara as like a father, right?
Yeah.
That's what, or like a family member. That's what that's what old Doc thinks it is. Now, my argument is, okay, 11th Doctor loved her. I mean, she loved him definitely. Okay, she even admits it in a Comic-Con that Clara was in love with him. She knew it when he was about to die, regenerate. So my whole thing was like, why doesn't he love her? Even though he's that age, right? Because he was jealous of Robin Hood. He called himself like, oh, is that your boyfriend on the phone? Meaning he knew, like he felt like I was your boyfriend, you know? And the whole thing is like, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't alter time for like anybody. You know what I'm saying? Even River Song or whatever. Like he's like, oh, I got to alter time. It's Clara. I don't know you. Who are you? Like the guy. He's like the guy was like saying you would alter it. Yeah. Like me and Sharon were talking about that. She's like, if my life was in danger and somebody else's life in danger, you would save me. You wouldn't save like a stranger first. You would save me. And I'm like, well, yeah, obviously. But she's like, well, that's same thing. The doctor, he's close with Clara. I mean, he's gonna hell with it. Like he don't care. Like what are they gonna? Who's gonna do anything? He'll find a way.
The whole thing about time can be rewritten. That kind of thing. That's what he was. Yeah.
Unless it's a fixed point.
Well, he wouldn't care anyway. He's just going to alter it anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
well, if he could, he would save Rory and Amy.
I know. See, it always goes back to that. Always.
Yeah.
But
I think, like you said, Joe, he probably did. We just didn't see it yet.
Let me tell you something. When I saw him like leap out of the TARDIS that time in like Death in Heaven, he's like flying into the TARDIS to save her with the thing that Danny Pink and everything. He's like gliding through the clouds. I mean, come on. Even Missy's like, what is he doing? What's that? What's he doing? He's like flying into the TARDIS. It's like, come on.
Forget that stunt cost Seb his life.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, honestly, he loves her as far as I'm concerned. I believe. I honestly believe he's in love with her.
Yeah, but the problem is with regenerations, though, you're supposed to be a whole new man. You remember all the stuff you did in your previous incarnation, but you're supposed to be...
Well, not really, because... Well, the Ninth Doctor loved Rose. The 10th Doctor loved Rose. Yeah. Wait a minute. The 9th Doctor loved Rose. The 10th Doctor loved Rose. 11. Possibly 11, possibly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know about that, man.
What it is all the people he's loved, he still loves them. I think his heart. One reason why Time Lords have two hearts is because their love grows. Just like you don't. Once you have another kid, you always love all your kids. You don't.
Right.
Your Rose.
I think he loved Rose. He loved Clara, but River was forced on him.
Yeah.
And he loved her anyway. But yeah.
But I can tell you this: that Stephen Moffat and what was David Russell T. Davies, and then they said that when they were doing this interview after they finished with Silence in the Library, two-parter, they were interviewed by somebody, David Tennant too, and they said that something like that he's able to finally fall with both hearts is what they said, that she's his equal and stuff. And I'm like, I love reading that. I was like, that's cool.
Well, I mean, she can regenerate. That's the whole thing. She can regenerate. I guess. I mean, did she ever?
Falling with both his hearts, meaning he really does love her, even though, yes, she was forced upon him, but he grew to love her.
Well, here's another thing. Can Clara regenerate?
Yeah, I'm wondering, because she did get absorbed some of that,
Danette?
In the dialect, so.
Danette?
Could be. I mean, she did, just like Gloria said, she absorbed all that stuff, so maybe she did, maybe she can.
Danette, did you think he was he loved her as a girlfriend type, or loved her as like a best friend, like that he would alter time and everything for her? Do you think it was like his friendship was like? What do you think that relationship was?
Probably
a little of both.
More like maybe a little of both, but I think more girlfriend than anything else.
Right.
Yeah. Because remember, Name of the Doctor, my Clara, when he grabbed her.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's the same thing about Sarah Jane. So.
and even as Capaldi, he's like, my Clara. I don't think you will. He's just like, whatever. Yeah. But nobody ever betrayed him before as a companion other than Clara, and he's still,
Because he's mad about the Danny Pink thing.
Yeah.
Well, even in Last Christmas, she's like, he's like, you never married anybody? You never hooked up with anybody else? She's like, the guy I was looking for was impossible. Meaning the doctor.
Yeah.
That was the whole
I think the doctor has been married 3 times.
But yeah.
Let's not get into that again. That gets like all kind of crazy.
Yeah. He was married with the Aztecs. He got himself engaged.
He ate chocolate.
His original lie, there's a book where they say 4, but actually it's just 3, because I don't count Marilyn Monroe.
Well, if you don't count Marilyn Monroe, how can you count the Wedding River Song? Because it was the test selector.
Yeah, but I think they got married again.
I honestly think they're gonna have another wedding with River and Capaldi.
That's what I'm talking about. I think I count her because I think they are going to.
I think they're gonna have another wedding. But let's stick with before the flood. Let's stick on topic.
Getting a little off topic with the
before the flood. Okay, so now I'm not the only one that wasn't crazy about the episode. Okay, I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna get the article because I know I got a lot of heat. A lot of people made comments. You know, like I was the only one in the world that didn't like the episode. Okay, so let me just get it here. Let's see. I think there was a whole bunch of. Let me see here. What was the article from? Trying to see where it was.
Well, at least it was self-contained episode, though.
Yeah. All right. While I find it, Daniel, why don't you talk a little bit about the episode? Yeah. Why don't you talk a little bit about the episode?
Well, I don't have very much to say about this episode. It wasn't that good. I liked it. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I don't know. It was okay.
The ghosts were creepy.
Wait, Daniel, you didn't like the episode?
Not really. It wasn't that interesting.
Okay.
So there are two of you.
Well, who's that? What's that?
So what do you think about the Doctor's ghost, though?
I mean, that I called it from. I said he was in the suspended animation chamber right away.
I called it as well. I said it was either going to be
about it too.
Going to be him or the other dude. And
see, the thing
right
is,
I saw how the flood was happening and the TARDIS was acting. I thought he got put inside the stasis tube either by the Fisher King. Because that's what I kept expecting. I think, okay, the Fisher King's going to come over and just shove him inside that little sarcophagus thing. And then when I saw him blow up the bridge, I think that's how he escapes because of the TARDIS.
Right. All right. Let me try to find this article because I saw it before.
You know what was creepy about this episode too was, if you guys remember when the Fisher King was talking to the Doctor and he was like, "Oh, so you're already dead." King goes, "I wonder how many beacons I can get from you." Does that mean like the Doctor's ghost could keep regenerating, like even after that?
Right.
Because that was crazy.
Well, so we got 12 more incarnations to go?
Well, let me ask you a question. Could this tie in with the finale? Because we're supposed to have an 8th Doctor ghost and a 10th Doctor ghost, right? Could that tie in with that?
That's possible.
Maybe.
It could be, yeah.
Oh, please. I would like to see that.
Or the alternative that they both get a call to come back to Gallifrey. The 8th Doctor and 10th Doctor to meet with the 12th Doctor. You never know. With Stephen Moffat. So what you think?
I'm just wondering when they're going to reference Shada. I know that's a tender spot with a lot of people, but still.
Yeah, the 4th Doctor's story that never did get completed.
Yeah. Because that's what I always thought a handful of them went to, but I'm going to get off topic about it.
Right. I have to look up, I guess, the reviews separately because I had one page before that had all these reviews. A lot of people were agreeing that the Fisher King did not appear enough, or he was gone too soon. Like like I was saying the same thing. They built him up, whatever, and if you blink your eye, he's gone. Like immediately.
I noticed something about the Fisher King. It reminded me of those aliens on Fifth Element. The ones down in the pyramid on Fifth Element. Body style.
Sean's like, me too.
I'm the only one that saw. Me and her, the only one that saw that.
Yeah, I saw it too. It's almost somebody thought, let's see, Predator. Let's see, I can take a little bit of this and take a little bit of that.
Yeah, a little bit.
He does that a lot, though, Stephen. He's like,
but they're doing amazing work on the CGI, though. They're doing fantastic work with that.
the whole skullish look to the Fisher King, I thought that made it look real frightening. And
What tripped me out was the dude that was in the funeral in the hearse spaceship. He was too jovial to be like hollering around dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't never seen no happy mortician.
Yeah.
like encountered him before, this guy before.
All right. I don't know what this article is. I saw it before. They said radio talk. Some of the places, it was crazy because not everybody loved the episode. And I at least, look, here's the thing. I want to like every episode. Believe me when I tell you. And again, we read some comments on the internet, and people right away like, you hate Doctor Who because you don't like the episode. That's nonsense. Okay, it's nonsense.
This is just not one of my most favorite episodes.
Like, how can I hate Doctor Who if I don't like the episode you like? I mean, that's just a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody's not gonna like everything. I love Superman, but I didn't like Superman 4, so
I don't like
Nobody did.
I don't think anybody did. Yeah.
I don't like Superman 3 and 4 and Superman Returns. So,
yeah.
you know, what are you going to do? I mean, I would have preferred in the Bernstein Bear universe that he fought Bizarro and Brainiac and whoever.
Oh, they didn't have enough CGI back then for all that.
And so, honestly,
he did on Superboy. The TV show.
yeah. Now, let's see, Danette.
Yes.
We got to see the TARDIS briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Briefly. I mean, I'm dying to see what the TARDIS looks like. What about the trailer, guys? Did you like the trailer for the next Doctor Who? Or was it like,
Not bad.
not
I
bad?
want to know what significance Maisie Williams has. So season, because she's got to. If she's another one of these, she's just important to these 2 episodes. It's like, so what? Like,
She could be the Ronnie. She could be the Ronnie.
Well, let me ask you a question, right? He's basically doing Thor and Odin and all that, like aliens, like Marvel, but his version, right, Moffat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoever's writing it, right? They're doing their own version. So could Maisie Williams be Loki? But that Loki is not evil, he's just mischief.
Or she could be Lady Sith.
What?
Okay.
What did I say?
Loki is evil.
What?
Or she could be Lady Thor.
What did I say?
Not.
Why is that so hard to believe? Loki was a girl in the comics sometimes.
I know, but I'm just. Just the thought of that makes me laugh for some reason.
Wow.
Wow. God of mischief. Like, you know, she's like running around with a mask on the horse in another episode. She's. No?
I'm laughing. It's just because it's funny for some reason. Not that I don't agree with it.
Well, I mean, like, Odin would be evil and Loki would be good. And Thor would be evil, I guess. So whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean.
Just thinking as Maisie being.
I need to drink what she's been drinking.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a fill.
Yeah, moving right along. Let's keep it going.
Nothing to see here.
Why couldn't she be Loki? I mean, like, seriously.
I don't know. It's just hilarious for some reason to me. I don't know why.
All right. I don't know. I just threw it out there, okay? All right.
Okay. Calm down, children. Calm down.
All right. Other than Loki, who could she be?
Lady Sith.
Ronnie.
Or the Ronnie.
I mean,
there are Lady Time Lords out there, or Romana. You never know.
Could she be River? Like before River? Like before Mel's?
I keep saying this every single time. I don't know.
Who's making that noise? Oh, my God.
What is that?
It bugs me that there is a big gap in between of time and space between the little girl in the streets of New York, little Mel,
Yeah.
and Nels. Because she was in what year was it? 1969? New
Yeah,
York?
1969.
Yeah.
You get to 1990s in Leadsworth. So that's a big time and space gap.
Yeah, like 30-something years.
She's still young, and she's still young when she finally meets her parents and grows up with them. So
Right.
she generated into Melvin all that time being able to age. She would have aged. So she would not be the little girl she was when she was with her parents and little, like...
Yeah, but you got to realize that when you got regeneration energy, it keeps you like in constant flux, so you don't age.
Yeah, because there's an episode, there's an issue
they age.
with the Doctor Who magazine using the Time Witch, and the fourth Doctor's companion had aged several years, but the Doctor didn't even look like he did at all.
Yeah, I guess it's just because they age just slower.
Oh, I do have to say something. I promised I was going to say it to myself, actually, because old Doc had pointed something out. He said that in the beginning of the episode of Before the Flood, that the Doctor knew he wasn't going to die because O'Donnell had mentioned, besides mentioning Rose, she said something about him encountering the Minister of War.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And he said something like that didn't happen
Saxton.
That hasn't happened yet.
Meaning, in other words, he knew he was going to live because she had the memory that he encountered some villain called the Minister of War. So I totally missed that.
Wow.
And old Doc told me that. I'm like, oh my God, I just did 2 casts. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, so.
He knew he wasn't going to die.
Right. Wow.
So imagine if the Doctor killed Harold Saxton, it wouldn't be no Missy.
That actually makes it like...
Well, the Minister of War doesn't necessarily have to be the Master. It could be some new guy.
That actually
or it could be the real Harold Saxton.
Could be
that
awesome.
makes that whole episode more interesting. I'm gonna probably rewatch it.
They do. That's what they keep throwing stuff in there, and it's like when Missy's like, "Oh, he got this for my daughter." I'm like, "What? What?" It's like they're throwing stuff in there. It's like, okay, but here's the thing: I just hate when they try to explain things to us. Like, please don't explain stuff to me. Don't do the little thing
just in a better way.
but don't do it. Like, look, he just said that the story he just said about Beethoven was bull crap because Beethoven really exists. He really wrote the Fifth Symphony, but go along with what he's saying. He said, Google it. So the thing is, like, don't explain the whole outcome of the episode because right away it's like we knew what the outcome was as soon as you said it. It's like you don't need to explain it to us. Like, we know that. Hey, there's a trailer next week with the Doctor alive. So, I mean, come on. Obviously, we know he's going to live.
Yeah.
But don't. When they try to explain stuff to us, it makes it like, oh, we're stupid. I don't
exactly.
Oh, yeah. Like, you want them explained if it's something that needs to be explained, not something that we could figure it out on our own without them having.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for him to get rid of the Sonic sunglasses, though. Getting it.
Well, I'm going to throw something out of all you, each one of you, all right? I'm going to go with Daniel. Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the Fisher King, right?
Yeah.
He's called the Fisher King, right?
I know where you're going with this.
So
The fish.
Why can't the Fisher King survive in water?
Exactly. With a name like that, he should be a good swimmer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Kind of weight it down, though.
Okay. So can you say the finale? Because he mentioned Gallifrey, like he mentioned the Time Lords. He conquered enough worlds where he knows that the Time Lords exist. So now the Doctor's, well, that was a hologram of the Doctor's ghost, whatever. You never got to possess him. But, I mean, someone that good, like the Fisher King, has to return. You can't, like, tease us like this guy's so awesome and then he kills him in 5 seconds. I felt like, I felt robbed,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It's like the idea was running dry and they need just like a quick takeout.
because you know what it is? I think they made the episode and they didn't realize maybe that we were going to enjoy the Fisher King that much. And they just killed him off. And then people are like, what are you talking about? Just like Blink. He did the episode Blink with Weeping Angels. And everyone's like, and then he had to bring them back because they're like, oh, this is fucking great, Weeping Angels.
Yeah, because
How are they going to explain his return?
Right. I don't know.
And the beauty of this show is, even though you think they're dead or they are dead, they can still come back.
Yeah.
Right.
They can work a way to make it to where they can come back in some way.
Now, what was his goal? To go into that suspended animation thing, right?
Yeah.
And leave the planet? Was that what he's trying to do? Because they brought his body there to Earth. From where?
It was
It was like
actually,
a funeral thing. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
don't you remember that in the first half, they went underwater and they were under there and they saw it?
No, but where was he trying to go? He wanted to take over
trying to use the ghosts. He was trying to use the ghosts, right? To send a beacon to his planet, and then they would come back and take over, because he said the humans will be in chains, will drain this planet dry, something like that. So I'm guessing that he was going to use the ghosts to try and signal his people.
Yeah.
Which to me is kind of weird, because you really need something like that to signal. You can't signal people anyway else, like any other way. That's kind of weird. Like,
and those ghosts never go away.
he said that they would fade away. The doctor said that they would fade away.
Yeah,
Right.
because of the energy.
He erased their memory of the symbol.
Oh, that reminds me. He said when he was erasing each of their memory of the symbol, he said some of their other memories, like people they went to school with and stuff.
One was joking. He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna probably forget how to drink water."
Do you think it was
It's
a
like-
okay?
Oh, so maybe he erased Clara's memory of Danny Pink?
Yeah, I was thinking
Possibly, yeah.
possibly, maybe.
Can we hope?
Thank you.
Can we hope so? Can we hope? So where did Orson King come from? They still got to explain Orson.
So wait, you honestly think he erased her mind of Danny Pink?
He could be a relative,
Doubt it.
but not by him. He could be a relative, like maybe an uncle, son, something like that has the same last name.
Right, like Danny Pink was adopted, so maybe there was like maybe he had a twin or something or whatever.
Okay.
Right?
Moffat said after, because people were talking about like how could he be born then, and he's like, what makes you think that he could be theirs? I mean, he could.
You know what happened? I'll tell you what happened, right?
The cop out.
Just don't laugh, Gloria. No, you gotta laugh about this. After Death in Heaven, right? Missy's like, that son of a... He ruined my plans, that little bastard. So you know what she did? She went in the past, she killed his parents, and she made him an orphan. She threw him in there. It serves you right. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what she told
I
me.
noticed something about the doctor. I don't know if y'all caught this or
That's
not.
kind of cruel. I know, that's kind of cruel. But that's,
Every time the doctor does something positive for somebody else has some kind of negative effect.
well,
Like,
this
when
guy,
you
that
get
guy
the-
was pissed. The guy that loved O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Like look what he did to Nixon.
He's like, yeah, you wouldn't save her, but now that it's Clara, it's getting close.
That's it.
I'm dying for him to pick up a companion. And then right when the companion leaves, you find out their name is Covarian. I'm telling you, there's got to be a reason. Seriously. Like,
Really?
no, because there's a reason why let me tell you something. All right. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of Frances Barber, who played Madame Covarian, right?
Yeah.
You know, so there's got to be a reason why she hates his freaking guts like that much. That she would join the church, become like a twisted nun, whatever the thing is, and then get all these people and this army and travel back in time. And when she's talking to him, she's like biting her tongue in half, and like the saliva is coming out of her mouth. Like there's got to be a reason.
I think you know why.
Yeah.
Because who's the leader of the church now?
I don't know, but let me tell you something. Who wouldn't want to see Frances Barber versus Peter Capaldi?
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? She's gonna show up and be like, my vengeance, doctor. I'm going to destroy you. And he's gonna be like, who are you? Like, I don't even know who the hell you are. And she's gonna be like, what?
The one who sent the Fisher King.
Yeah. He might regenerate before then. You never know.
Maybe she's Clara's mother.
Oh my
Oh
God.
no.
Oh, yeah. I want them before Clara goes. I want them to explain like what was the missing age, what happened in this.
Yeah, why her mother
Was she
died.
kidnapped when she was younger, or whatever. I want them to
How did her
explain.
mother die? Like, why? What was the cause of her mother's death and things
Like it was rumored that when the doctor and Rose was in Rose episode, the Auton shot her or something. It's like a rumor or something.
Same day. It was the
Like,
same
we don't know. We don't
day.
know.
Shopping at the mall, and when the killed her.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know. That could be it. They never explained it. They never explained it.
Zorbalov got them.
Yeah.
That's my
That'd be
head.
terrible.
That's what I use it in my head. I use my head canon for it.
Or she got turned into a cyber woman. You never know.
Oh my God.
Listen, it's kind of funny how Russell T Davis did a storyline with Captain Jack, was in that suspended animation thing, and had to sit there and torture Winston for centuries, and then wake up. It's like Moffat told his writers, "We'll take it from that episode." It's like certain things are repeated. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's from another showrunner of Doctor Who that they took something from in the Doctor Who universe. It's like, wow, you know.
That's weird how time repeats itself sometimes.
I know. I thought that the acting between the Doctor and Clara was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I raised my rating to 6.5, and the first part is a 6. It's passing, but I did have problems with it, and I think that they weren't,
I finally was able to rate it. It's a 6 for me.
Yeah, because the thing is that I liked the beginning when they were with the Doctor. It was like classic Who, like Sarah Jane and Harry Sullivan, you know?
Yes.
Like, they didn't have to be the impossible companion. They were regular people. She was happy about the TARDIS, bigger on the inside, and then they killed her, just like they killed Osgood. So that's why a big reason I had a problem with it. And there's other people that agree with me, too. And look, again, you're not going to like every episode fully.
Look like she was auditioning to be the next companion. What it looked like.
Yeah. So and the Doctor would have accepted her, even though she was because she used to be with me. That she gave that soldiery thing up. So all right, guys, we got seconds left. So thank you very much. We're gonna go now and do the Everything show. So that's it, guys. Take care. Bye for now.